So I think now is probably a good time for me to start discussing some of the abilities in the game, how the ability system works, um, and so let's start getting into it. Abilities are cast by using your face button. Any three button combination is going to cast a different ability. Now, the first button that you press will determine the school of magic. The second one will determine the element of that magic. And then the third one will be its behavior. So, for instance, well, in this preview, I'll go over some of the abilities that is in the Shinkai House of Magic. This belongs to the Fox Demon, and the three elements that she associates with is fire, electricity, and ice. Um, so I guess we'll go into some of the fire abilities first. So I'll do two fire abilities just to show what they look like and how you would cast them. So the first one I'll do is probably the most simple, and it's called Foxfire Flush. You would cast this by pressing Y, X, X. It shoots a little fireball forward that travels in a straight line, and it sends these little enemy-seeking mini explosives out. So YXX, I'll do it again, and they fly and seek onto an enemy and explode like that. They don't do a lot of damage each, but it's meant for just like chip damage or just to chase enemies out of like really stuck in defensive positions. And another one where we show off these foxtails is Nova Bomb. So that's YXA. So it's the throw an overhead explosion, explodes, or an overhead ball, it explodes and releases a bunch of these small little enemy seekers. Next is electric abilities. So if I want to use the electric Shinkai ability, instead of YX, I would use YA. So YAA summons Tempest Landfall, where you throw this kind of storm disc forward, and then underneath it, it will periodically summon these lightning bolts. So it just creates kind of a aerial denial, but you can kind of weave around it, and you can see when these bolts are going to trigger as they slowly count down. Um, Additionally, we have YA. Oop, I need to AB, and that's lightning line in the sand, where you kind of do this kind of Vegeta style flurry, and you kind of just poke, and you can have more control over where these lightning bolts spawn. Uh, Ice abilities are used with YB, and the white ice abilities for Shinkai are going to leave something behind called blizzards. Um, Blizzards are an area effect ability that will slowly expand over its duration and apply chill to enemies inside of it. Chilled enemies are going to have their movement speed reduced a lot. So uh, we can do uh, YBX Everfrost that shoots an ice ball forward that you can see it grow like that. And you can kind of see in the other player's frame the ice effect applying to their screen. That's just to show that their movement speed is slowed, and that will slowly go away over time. Let's do another one. YBY, Cold Snap. It bounces you backwards and summons a blizzard at your previous location, so you can kind of bait people into coming around the corner and freezing them. YBA, Frozen Swirling Death, like that. Let me reselect my screen. YBA, Frozen Swirling Death. It's going to bounce around and summon these uh, little blizzards each time it hits something. Yeah, so Frozen Swirling Death. Um, let's see. Oh, and so not only will the ability houses have these pure elemental ones, but each one will have 4 hybrid elementals. So these are abilities that will take 2 of these, systems and combine them together for one unique effect. So let's go with YYX. YYX is Seeking Storm. It's this fireball that moves around and tracks onto an enemy, and then it's going to periodically summon lightning bolts at its location. Let's see, it should. The damage on this is toned down a lot for now. Yeah. There we go. Seeking Storm, just kind of a harassing ability, just to chase. Again, it's just to chase people out and force people into direct conflict. YYA, Dual Polarity, is a it'll summon. It's like Frozen Swirling Death, but apart from creating these slowing storms, they also cause lightning bolts in the center too. YYA. I have this lightning charged, shuriken effect, or YYB is kind of a fun one. Thermal Flux. You throw an ice ball forward that slows people, and then it returns as a fireball that damages. Let's see. Like that. Yeah, so you can see on the side the player was damaged and they had the slowing effect applied to them. I guess I might as well just show how hardcore the slowing effect is. So YB, YXB is a different one. Let's go to the damage player end. YBX, YB, same one again. There we go, Everfrost. Yeah, so this is the chilling effect, and you can see it's a pretty heavy slow. And then as it slowly fades away, you'll pick back up speed again. So this is some of the abilities. These are just some of Shinkai's abilities. I didn't go through all 16 of them, but this is how her abilities will appear in game.